What happens when beauty collides with mortality? When the world's most photographed woman, Kim Kardashian, turns her gaze away from the catwalks, the fragrances, and the flashing cameras, and instead embraces a world of shadows, powder, and silence. This is the story of a pivot that stunned even her closest allies. A tale where Kim Kardashian drags Kris Jenner into her Mortician makeup pivot, reshaping not only the Kardashian empire but redefining beauty itself. Few could have predicted that in a family built on glamour, the matriarch would be pulled into a world where beauty meets death. Yet it happened, messy, dramatic, and utterly Kardashian. The night it began, the air in Hidden Hills was heavy with expectation. Kim Kardashian had grown restless, searching for her next evolution. Makeup had been her kingdom. Her contouring techniques had revolutionized beauty standards worldwide. But Kim no longer wanted to play in the world of ordinary cosmetics. She wanted something darker, something haunting, something nobody could ignore. Her research into mortician practices had grown into an obsession, and soon, she was experimenting with makeup designed not for runways, but for the final runway of life itself. Kim's pivot into mortician makeup was not just about cosmetics. It was about control, about rewriting the very definition of beauty. "If I can make someone look flawless for eternity," she whispered to herself, "what else is left to conquer?" The thought alone electrified her. But her family, particularly Kris Jenner, had no idea how far she was willing to go. When the idea surfaced during a family dinner, jaws dropped. Mortician makeup was not just edgy, it was morbid, unsettling. Khle laughed nervously. Whitney sipped her water in silence. But Kris Jenner, the family's strategist and manager, looked horrified. The woman who had built an empire from reality TV and beauty products could not fathom her daughter dragging her into the shadows of death's aesthetics. Yet Kim Kardashian was unrelenting. She leaned in, her voice cutting through the air like a scalpel. "Mom, I need you on this. You're coming with me." Kris's first instinct was to resist. She had fought too hard to craft the family's brand around opulence, luxury, and light. "Kim, this isn't our world," Kris warned. But Kim was already plotting. She didn't simply want Kris's approval, she wanted her involvement. To Kim, the Mortician makeup pivot was a family project, another empire waiting to be built. She had already envisioned the brand. Pale foundations, precision contouring for lifeless features, lip tints designed to outlast silence. The cameras rolled as the tension mounted. Kris Jenner found herself dragged into the Mortician makeup pivot against her will, yet she couldn't look away. Kim staged demonstrations in their own home. She would apply makeup on mannequins modeled after family members, showcasing how contouring could preserve dignity beyond the grave. The spectacle was both chilling and mesmerizing. Even Kendall, usually quiet, muttered under her breath, "This is so creepy, Kim." But Kim stood tall, eyes fierce, declaring, "Creepy is powerful." Behind the scenes, Kris Jenner wrestled with her fears. As the matriarch, she was the gatekeeper of the Kardashian-Jenner empire. To endorse Kim's Mortician makeup pivot meant risking ridicule, backlash, even the collapse of partnerships. Yet Kim, with her relentless charisma, knew how to push her mother's buttons. "Mom," she said one evening, "this isn't just about makeup. This is about legacy, about ensuring beauty doesn't die." Those words haunted Kris, echoing in her mind until she could no longer ignore them. Soon, Kris Jenner was dragged deeper than she ever expected. Meetings were arranged with funeral homes, cosmetic scientists, and even cultural historians. Kim wanted authenticity. She wanted the Mortician makeup pivot to be scientifically sound, artistically groundbreaking, and culturally unstoppable. At first, Kris tried to distance herself, attending meetings only to placate her daughter. But slowly, inevitably, she was drawn in. She began asking questions, suggesting angles, calculating how the pivot could be monetized. The media caught wind of the shift and headlines exploded. Kim Kardashian turns to Mortician makeup, and Kris Jenner is on board. Paparazzi flocked to funeral homes, desperate for a shot of Kim testing her new products. The world laughed, gawked, and whispered. Yet beneath the sensationalism, something deeper stirred. People began asking questions about beauty, dignity, and how society treats death. For once, the Kardashian name was tied not just to fashion or scandal, but to existential reflection. But it wasn't all smooth. The family fractured under the weight of this pivot. Kris confronted Kris in the kitchen, demanding to know why she was letting Kim drag the family into something so grotesque. "This isn't us, Mom. This is dark." But Kris, now entangled, could only reply, "It's different, and different makes headlines." Kim, overhearing, only smirked. For her, the controversy was part of the plan. Every ounce of outrage only fueled the Mortician makeup empire she envisioned. As the months passed, Kim Kardashian's Mortician makeup pivot grew into something undeniable. Tutorials went viral on TikTok. Young fans recreated afterlife glam looks, complete with pale undertones and smoky shadows. Hashtags like Mortician makeup and Kim K afterlife trended worldwide. The line between satire and sincerity blurred, but the movement spread like wildfire. And at the heart of it all, Kris Jenner, once dragged unwillingly, was now orchestrating deals, managing contracts, and negotiating with luxury brands intrigued by this unsettling niche. The documentary Lens captures it best. Kris Jenner, sitting in her Calabasas office, flipping through contracts while mannequins with lifeless eyes surround her. The matriarch who once built empires from perfume and contour kits, now immersed in Mortician aesthetics. She sighs, glances at the camera, and admits, "I never thought I'd be here, but Kim always knows how to make me follow." By the climax of this story, the Mortician makeup pivot was no longer a curiosity, it was a movement. Beauty schools offered courses in post-life glam. Funeral homes partnered with the Kardashian brand to provide eternal beauty services. And Kim Kardashian, smiling in her sleek black attire, declared to her mother and the world, "We don't just define beauty in life, we define it in death." The journey had been chaotic, dramatic, and deeply polarizing, yet it revealed something essential about Kim and Kris. Kim Kardashian dragged Kris Jenner into her Mortician makeup pivot not just to shock the world, but to remind everyone of the family's power. They could turn even the silence of death into spectacle, into empire, into legacy. As the documentary fades, one question lingers in the air. Was this just another Kardashian stunt, or had Kim Kardashian truly rewritten the boundaries of beauty forever?